Всем привет! Недавно приобрел DLC для Alan Wake. Сегодня буду проходить Лайкхаус. Буду исследовать локации, искать подсказки, разгадывать секреты и погружаться в напряженную историю. Все то, что давала основная игра. Насколько я знаю, nocmds. Там немного такой сюрреализм. Хочу его оставить на попозже.
This isn't the Bureau's first time in Bright Falls. 1970, 76, 8. Last one was in 2010. It's not exactly clockwork, but this town sees way more altered world events than most. We knew it was just a matter of time before the lake acted up again. After the AWE in 2010, the FBC's research department set up a facility, the Lake House, to study the Threshold and Cauldron Lake, find better ways to contain the entity inside. Your tax dollars at work. When we detected a spike in paranatural activity at Cauldron Lake, before I even knew you were on this case, Saga, the Lake House was my first stop. I was short-handed, hoped they could spare some help, maybe give us some intel on the situation. If I had any clue what was waiting for us in there, Saga, I'd have just kept on driving. This is Agent Kieran Estevez responding to an AWE alert in the vicinity. I need to speak with the Marmonts. So much for the welcome wagon. You all set up the perimeter. We're on the Threshold's doorstep, so keep your eyes peeled.
Yes, ma'am.
Ну, красиво, как обычно.
Agent Kieran Estevez, requesting entry. I don't have time for this. This shouldn't take long, okay? You see anything, radio me.
Да, давно. Я даже соскучился, знаете, по этой густой атмосфере.
The Lake House was run by the research department. Research and investigations don't really see eye to eye. What they call science, I call a violation of Bureau protocol and human decency. Classic interdepartmental drama. Your FBI saga, you know how it goes. Now, in retrospect, my low opinion of the research department may have clouded my judgment.
Ну как же это красиво. Вот эти вайбы контрола, его бюро.
Hello? Agent Kieran Estevez, Investigations Department. No one wants to check the individual carrying a firearm into a restricted government facility?
Hello.
No?
And welcome to another exciting day here at the Lake House. As I'm sure you know, I am Dr. Jules Marmont, and this is my wife.
Dr. Diana Marmont.
And together we are the heads of research at this facility. We want to thank you all for helping us break new ground in our study of Cauldron Lake.
That's right, Jules. But don't let our exciting work in threshold regulation and dimensional coupling keep you from observing the proper safety protocols.
You said it, Diana. We run a tight ship here at the Lake House. So, always remember the 3 S's. Safety, security, and censorship.
It's a C. It's a C.
Why, that is the joke, Diana.
Well, it's a stupid fuck.
Wonderful joke, Jules. We'll see you down there.
Yeah, that seems healthy.
Дважды я проходил Control, и, если честно, я прям не могу вспомнить, чем все закончилось. Но если дополнение будет раскрывать...
That bodes well.
Если дополнение все-таки будет раскрывать больше также вселенную Control, то тоже будет очень круто.
That's handy.
Производство картин, содержание наблюдения, 2 уровень, 3 создание страниц и архив исследований на 4. Поговорить с докторами Мермонт. Окей.
Dr. Marmont's not here. Nobody is? I'll have to check downstairs. They must all be working on the lower levels. I'll need to head down. Changing passwords, huh?
Использовать важные личные даты, координаты и так далее.
This should come in handy.
На первый уровень допуск. Окей. Здесь ни патронов, ничего.
As soon as I got in that elevator, my bad news detector started going nuts. Estevez to team, something's going on in the lake house. I want all nearby agents to... Oh, shit!
Agent Estevez, what's your status?
Breach detected on sublevel 5. Staff should seek shelter immediately.
We have a situation in the lake house. All agents converge on the facility now. Belay
Ну,
that order.
бомба. Начинается.
A threshold event had hit the lake house. Now, it was the Marmont's problem. Our mission was outside. I need to get back to the elevator.
Кстати, в основной игре я так и не прошел детские стишки, я их не понасобирал. А здесь об этом говорится. Интересно, можно ли будет вернуться в основную игру и как раз допройти эти моменты. Ой, дверь прям как в контроле. Шелтер. А у меня такое чувство, что я лутал какие-то шкафы в основной игре. Я уже не помню, конечно. Но это выглядело как в The Last of Us.
Dr. Darling.
АВ. Так называлось дополнение для Алла, для Контрола. Последнее, по-моему, с Аланом Вейком как раз.
Okay. Priority one, get the lights on. Standing around in the dark near Cauldron Lake, you're not smart? Okay. Power core receiver. Plugging a core in should get the lights on. That is not a regulation FBC weapon. Jules' keycard. Could be useful. Can't open it from the side. I wish they'd make these things lighter.
Контроля мы в полете их поднимали.
The way I saw it, there was only one way out. Identify the source of the event and contain or eliminate it. Now, good news, I just had to keep going down. Bad news, the elevator liked to disappear. At least the elevator's back.
Звуки жуткие, конечно.
First off, a huge thank you to everyone here. The Lake House has made amazing strides in researching the AWE here at Cauldron Lake. Great work, team. I wanted to come in person so I could check in on the latest work. I won't get in the way. It's not our view, so no reason to be scared. Do you hear that, Dr. Marmot? While I'm here, I want to focus on the relationship between the Shadow and the AWE site below the lake. The theory that the Shadow even originates from the dimension this threshold is tapping into is compelling. Eventually, I want to understand how this dimension manages to convert subjective elements like art into objective reality. What are the constraints of this phenomenon? Can it, say, create altered items or even objects of power simply by manifesting them via a piece of art? These are the things we need to know to accurately classify the Shadow. I mean, that name is not very scientific. I mean, who came up with that? Shadow. So, any and all proposals are welcome. Anything testing art's effect on reality by using the Shadow's energy is preferred. To find answers, we'll first need a lot of data. No wrong answers. And when I return to the oldest house, I'll take back anything we end up with to run against a classified project called Hedron to build a comparative data set. I wish I could tell you more. It's a very, very exciting non-physical forces impact. Oh, no, sorry, I really can't. It is. You know what? Maybe some of you can come visit. We'll have to get you clearance, of course, but if that would, maybe that can. You know what? I don't want to take the entire day talking. So, the Shadow represents a whole new area of research, and I couldn't be more excited to start digging in. It is a great new world, people.
The Lake House's research went way beyond studying Cauldron Lake's threshold. Playing with paranatural forces, it never goes well, Saga. This is exactly why we lock up people like Wake.
Вот так вот. Ё-моё. Я забыл, как поворачиваться, понял, вспомнил. А их свет пускает, нет? С ними можно вообще воевать нормально? Наверное, нет. Ну и свет их также не пускает.
Deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You never really get used to the shit you see in this job, but you can learn techniques to adjust, to function. Take 6 deep breaths, then get to work. Find the source, collapse the threshold.
Sir, please hold. Please hold.
No, where am I?
Hold. Please hold.
What is that? If you can understand me, I'm an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you take no hostile action against me or any action that can be perceived as hostile. Do you understand? Well, I'll be damned. So what kind of entity are you? You can speak. That means you probably imprinted on a person or retained some of your former self's information. Previously human, maybe? Okay, I can work with that. I just had an unpleasant encounter with some other painted individuals. Any relation?
1,000 painting shoes crowed.
What does that mean?
Paint no brush a self-portrait.
Okay, hey, calm down!
Fire in his eyes and hands and bones.
You need to cease all hostility right now. Bad news. That thing is really pissed off. Good news. That didn't try to kill me. Baby steps.
Так.
Angry living paintings are not typically on the Cauldron Lake bingo card. But something different was happening at the lake house, and I couldn't let it escape. Bright Falls didn't need this particular cherry on its already shitty Sunday.
Sublevel 3.
Здесь-то я и должен буду найти ключ-карту для уровня 5. Ну жутко, все еще жутко. Атмосфера точно такая же, как в оригинале.
Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way. Diana innovated and Jules got funding from the bureaucrats. Cooperation led to respect, connection. Then after a decade of hard work, the happy couple were promoted. Co-heads of research. Their first years at the lake house were good. Challenging, but not insurmountable. Not for them. Gradually, thoughts fell into their heads like drops of dark water. Why does she get all the credit? Why does he get any credit? With that, a crack formed in the lake house. The Marmonts and their work became arrogant, erratic. The crack widened and the water seeped in. Stood back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece. Did he paint this? His mind was foggy, unfocused. He knew the Marmonts were putting something in his food. A man in a white coat came to steer Lane back to his cell. He did not resist. He was too tired. He lay on the bed, but the stench in his cell wouldn't let him sleep. An acid stink. The turpentine, the paint, it was all over him. Years of it. 1,000 paintings. 1,000 more to come. A putrid weight he could never wash away. Cold hate simmered below the mist clogging his thoughts. Hatred for the paint. Hatred for the brushes. For the Marmonts. For himself. Lane stood back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece. Did he paint this? His mind was foggy, unfocused. He knew the Marmonts were putting something in his food. A man in a white coat came to steer Lane back to his cell. He did not resist. He was too tired.
Местный искусственный интеллект создали. Так, ну ладно.
There was a crack in the lake house. The marmots had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. There was a crack in the lake house. The marmots had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. There was a crack in the lake house. The marmots had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. There was a crack in the lake house. The marmots had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. There was a crack in the lake house.
Но мы, наверное, лутанемся для начала.
Typewriters. Please don't let this be what I think it is. As you know by now, typewriters and Cauldron Lake do not mix. And a room full of them all clacking away? 100% bad news.
Может быть, тогда моя карта. Так, окей. Окей.
7th, 2018. Notes regarding Dr. Emil Hartman, founder of the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he manipulated artists in an attempt to control the power of the Shadow. I've gone through his notes, which were confiscated by the Bureau after his arrest in 2010. Overall, Hartman's work was sloppy. Complete disregard for proper scientific method. But he was bold enough to try something we haven't. Our procedural writing machines are promising, but we could understand the effects of Cauldron Lake's threshold much better by observing live artists in action. Thanks to Hartman, we even have a list of prospects. Next step is to send Dr. Darwin a request to bring some into the lake house for analysis.
Это тот самый доктор, который в первой части, куда приезжает, в общем, санаторий отдыхать Уэйк. Так сказать, рехаб. Пусто. Попытка не пытка. Так, ну отсюда мы вышли. Туда пройдем.
Never say no to extra firepower. Back where I started. Spatial recurrence. Usually observes the law of 3.
Ну, начиная с... Так, ну здесь все как и было.
Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way. Diana innovated and Jules got funding from the bureaucrats. Cooperation led to respect. Connection.
This control bounded on itself. Compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. And a murder in constant imbalance. Cause and effect hopelessly tangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed, the feedback loop doubled and redoubled.
Почему? Что это было? Почему такие живучие? Так. Лечимся.
Shadow is here.
Может быть, я должен бежать? Мимо кентиков-то этих. Да беги, 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 просто беги. Ё-моё, это дурдом. Что я должен делать? Серьезно? Ну, ехала.
Shadow is here.
Да уворачивайся же ты! Беги, беги! Ах. Суета. А как это затрейхардить? Так.
Shadow is here.
Это была ошибка. Да ну, да просто бред вообще. Просто беги, подруга. Я не знаю, как это проходить. Эх. Так, как она бегает? Вот это вот все, что она делает?
Shadow is here.
меня 0 патронов. Что мне делать? У меня 0 патронов. Все, я понял. Нет, беги! Беги, 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 беги. Небольшая передышка. Ехала. Так у меня 0 патронов вообще на все. Не так уж много батареек. Да.
Loop 3. Should be the last one.
I keep coming back to this page. The author's clearly awake. It's like he's warning us. But about what? I mean, what does it mean? This page scared Jules away from the work on Wake's writing. A coward can't stand risk. But science is risk. For me, this is proof that we are going in the right direction. I just need Rudolph Lane's paintings to lead to more pages so that hopefully one day we...
Ну что ж, совсем не густо патронов. И одна аптечка. О, какие-то бесконечные комнаты.
What is that? Controllable shifting phenomena.
Ну, вероятно, я все делаю правильно.
You again. Alan Wake's writing is being studied here. Do you know anything about him?
Names don't matter. 1,000 more to come.
They say clear communication is the key to any relationship. You and I have some work to do there. What happened to you? Did the people here do this to you?
Mormons clogging his head.
You said marmots before. Do they do this? Where are they now?
Misery, hate.
Tell me where they are. Christ. It's fixated on the marmots. What did they do?
Ну куда? Ну сюда же я не
Access
могу.
denied.
Не могу. На втором уровне у
A
нас что было?
threshold is the
По-моему, мы
connection
просто
between a
поговорили с ними.
foreign reality and our own. Now, they all have their own rules, strange as they are, but the further down I went, the more chaotic this one got. Clearly, this was the Cauldron Lake threshold, but something was wrong. Well, more wrong than usual.
Sublevel 2.
Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm. Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm.
Won't open while the floor's on lockdown. Well, there's the elevator. How do I get in?
Ще й наберу патронов.
Sheeted. Hope that glass is thick.
Блин, ну это подготовка перед этой войной. Винтовка какая-то не
I
очень.
wonder what happened here.
Jules Marmot looked at the painting. He didn't understand it. Saw only random whirls of color. Drugging Lane made him more compliant, but his work had turned abstract. Jules needed more art his team could parse, could test. Trial and error. These abstract explosions of color complicated the data. His grip tightened around the letter opener in his hand. The piece of art he needed was hidden inside Lane. If Jules could simply cut the painter open and pull the painting out of him, he would. The overhead lights flickered. Jules would make Lane cooperate. No more drugs. Less carrot, more stick. Jules had to go faster. He wouldn't lose to Diana. Nothing else mattered.
Can't paint anymore. I know you want me to paint, but I can't. I'm empty. Rudolph, no. You love to paint. And you are such a talent. This is just the classic artist slump. No. No, I hate it. It's just taking from me now. When can I leave? You said you'd let me leave. Rudolph, but you volunteered to come, remember? We are helping you, like Dr. Hartman did. Perhaps you need to see our doctor? I can arrange that. No. No, that's... I am feeling better. Much better. I will paint. This is wonderful to hear, Rudolph. I knew you would come back to your old self.
Что-то не так со стеной. Окей, сейчас выясним. Только посмотрим еще одну такую. Еще один такой же загон.
Finally, someone who isn't a painting. Hey, hello. Who are you?
Sorry, got a flow going. Can we do this later?
No, we cannot. I'm Agent Kieran Estevez. I'm with the government, and I need your name.
I'm Ed Booker, the playwright. And I'm hitting my stride here, so can you guys stop with all that banging and screaming? It's throwing me off.
What are you even doing? What are you writing?
Well, after you all abducted me in the woods, I've been working on this manuscript you gave me because you need it for some experiment or something. I kind of forget the premise. But, you know, I've had this block lately, and filling in the gaps of this story has really loosened me up. Copying the style is a nice constraint, but I still have lots of room to play. It's a solid creative exercise.
Where do you think you are right now?
In an immersive writing workshop.
Well, bad news, it's not a writing workshop. Good news, it's not a writing workshop.
Right. It's a government facility studying the power of creativity. That makes way more sense.
Look around you. How is this a workshop?
You have to stay in character. I get that. I'm in the theater business too. And look, the sets, the costumes, all great in that, you know, campy, 70s sci-fi kind of way. But you could dial down the role-playing like 15–20%. Just some professional advice.
Sir, whether you are aware of it or not, there is a situation here. I need you to stay in your cell until I can resolve the matter, okay?
Uh-huh, got it. Hey, no one's been around with food for a while. I could go for some dinner when you have a second. Oh, and can I get my phone back? I want to call my wife. I don't know how Tammy found you guys, but she killed it. 5 stars all around.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Очередной.
Damn it.
Вот так вот вот. Уродец. Просто фрик, но я напрягся из-за этого. Блин, много их там, конечно. Может быть, я еду смогу здесь ему найти? Типа, ну подбери вот эту шоколадку, несем ему хоть. Пусть поест.
My keycard isn't high enough clearance. How many paintings did they have this guy make? higher access card. Sorry, but I need this.
Так и знал. Двадцать пять.
There.
А нужно ли снимать блокировку?
Lockdown lifted. You are now safe to resume working.
Estevez, come in. Facility. Sublevel 1. You copy?
No, turn back. Area is extremely hostile. Fucking radios. They're on floor 1. I'll need help.
Найти свою команду на подуровне 1. Кайф. И вот мне мимо этих фриков теперь нужно идти к лифту. Я просто в шоке. Ну ладно, я могу от них сейвиться здесь, если что. Но опять же. Ах. Да не. Они меня просто развалят здесь. А мне чем его побеждать-то? Что за бред? А чем я должна победить? Ну, перебинтуюсь. Просто мрак, он еще и бегает. Но мне не выйти здесь никак. Чего? Так, ладно. Я могу слутать с них что-нибудь? Их даже ничего не выпало. Не-не-не, мне нужно подлутаться.
Had a thought today, a possible avenue for further research. When we think of art successfully affecting reality, we always think of Alan Wake and his writing. This could be due to recency bias or simply the amount of recorded evidence skewing our opinion. But also, I wonder if writing's very nature is an advantage. Text can describe events in such explicit detail. If the story gives the shadow a how you say, blueprint, a map of what to make real. But not all art is like this. Music, sculpture, dance, cuisine. In our case, a painting. When the source material is open to interpretation, how will the shadow choose to interpret it? I think Diana will find the question very interesting. Most likely, she already has an answer. That's why I love her.
Так, мне интересно кое-что посмотреть.
I had a thought today, a possible avenue for further research. When we think of art successfully affecting reality, we always think of Alan Wake trying to...
Я так понимаю, мне просто нужно пробежать туда. Я понял. Я понял. Я все как осознал. Ладно, уже добивается, я просто не хочу тратить ни аптечку, ничего. Так, ну это все было. Было. Да? Угу. Вот так, я заобузил эти светильники. Нормально. Но лута с них, конечно, вообще не валится. Что досадненько. Блять. Где этот Кентик? Вот он ты. Да ты чё, братик? Тормози, просто обузим до последнего. Эти лифты, светильники. Я не все там еще посмотрел.
My team was on sublevel 1. I knew they were in danger.
Да, Danger. А мы как будто здесь не в Danger. Разберутся не маленькие даже. Ух. Подождите. Это еще один лифт? Два лифта? Бомба. Да ну серьезно.
This key card won't get me in.
Кентик все пишет и пишет. Подождите. Но был здесь лифт только что.
The Marmonts turned innocent people into tools using the FBC's authority. They thought they were untouchable out here, hidden away in the woods? No. Actions have consequences. And I'm the consequences.
Sub-level 1.
Ah, you fucking bastard!
Согласен с ней полностью.
Jules Marmont killed my team. He was taken by the Shadow. I should get that gun while I'm up here.
That's not very scientific. I mean, who came up with that? Shadow.
Comes to my lab and treats me like some kind of assistant. Un putain d'assistant? Moi? I run the lake house. This is my facility. Mine! He cannot just walk in here for 1 week, make some speeches, and then fly back to New York. Espèce de crétin, prétentieux. The jackass thinks he's a fucking rock star. And he made fun of the name. Oh, the Shadow. The Shadow is good. It's evocative. He is just a jealous, spoiled little child. And I will make it so everyone can see this. I will make it so no one even remembers his name. To ces imbéciles là, hein? They all think I am a pencil pusher. They think I do not have the mind for such work. Eh bien, ils verront. Ils verront! I will take what they think is possible. And I will break it.
Какой-то неспокойный. У меня здесь босс-файт с ним должен быть? Или что?
How do I get in the room with that gun? Can't open it from the side. Bingo. That keycard's gonna get me to sub-level 5.
Аллергия на орехи вот волнует людей.
Okay, this should get me down to sub-level 5. And this should get me past any other problems.
was a crack in the lake house. The marmots had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. The contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance, cause and effect hopelessly entangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed. The feedback loop doubled and redoubled, out of control. The pressure kept building, looking for a release.
Просто бегу от этих фриков. Ё-моё. Жуткие, они очень жуткие на самом деле. Ну, под уровне 5. И карта у меня уже тоже есть. А у меня есть один снаряд. Но я предлагаю сейчас, из-за того, что у меня есть ключ доступа номер 3, съездить на этажи 2 и 3 и лутануть там оставшиеся комнаты.
Finally! Something works on these bastards.
Это была ошибка. Так, я лучше сохранюсь. Ну ладно.
The Shadow had changed Jules Marmont into a hostile, paranatural entity. That made everything simpler. No arrest, no paperwork. I could put him down like the monster he was.
Sublevel 2.
Lane was found dead in his cell this morning. It's an unfortunate setback. But when a door is closed, a window is opened. I believe that's the saying. Lane may be gone, but he left us with a goodbye present. A final piece of art. This piece is different. It's raw emotion, pure truth. He put everything he had into this one. Literally. Every reading we take is off the charts. This is what we have been waiting for. It is the key. I will achieve what no one has before me. Not darling, that arrogant shit. Not my selfish harpy of a wife.
So, we have a painter and a painting that can talk. Clearly connected. But Lane was dead before any of this even happened.
I never needed any of them. The fools will finally see me for the genius I am.
Ну, очень круто поставлены сцены, конечно. Так, заскочим на 3-й этаж.
Sublevel 3.
Блять.
Let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. This contrived overlap rebounded on itself.
Water dripped from the ceiling as Diana stared at the folders stacked on her workstation. Each one was a branch of research. Drip. Some were thin, some thick. They represented years of her life, her work, dissecting the act of creation and examining the bloody pieces. Bringing in live subjects had been her idea. Drip. Bureau leadership denied their request. But after HQ went into lockdown, she took advantage of the chaos and got her artists. Jules had whined about the optics. Diana ignored him. Now in her office below the waterline of Cauldron Lake, she considered how to proceed. Jules was convinced the page they had found would come true. It promised disaster. A situation out of control. Impossible. Diana was always in control. Drip. Drip. She needed answers. She needed to quantify, to define, to control.
Jules' team has found new pages written by Wake. He must have gotten Rudolph Lane painting again. His bullshit pedestrian methodology cannot produce results before mine. I have to go faster, no matter the cost. We're still behind our projections. The more the machines can produce, the closer we can calibrate them to Wake's style. But proper calibration takes a lot of raw material, and production is slow. No. We're changing directions. The hypothesis remains unchanged. Imitating Wake's writing style will allow us to generate art capable of linking with the threshold. Our live subject should match Wake's style much faster. People can be calibrated just like a machine. You simply have to push the right buttons.
Неадекватная. А с другой стороны, в чем не права? Ну, это, вероятно, была та самая парочка комнат, не открытых прежде. Поэтому в данный момент я сохраняюсь. На сегодня все. Вечером обязательно буду играть в Ark Raiders, поэтому приходите на стрим. Подписывайтесь на канал, Twitch, YouTube. Всем пока.